Yeah, Ntadzela man.
Oh,
That's my
Ntadzela
name.
man. Oh, okay.
Yes, yes.
Forgive me. I'm so embarrassed because my
No,
Tsonga is like on 100. And I read this
yeah,
in Xhosa.
no problem, no problem. Yeah, I think for us as men, it's difficult. First and foremost, only few men believe that they can give a birth to a child. They can give it. They can do a child. They can make a child. So it's magical to us. I don't want to lie to you to say this child is mine. You say you come back. You say you are pregnant. It's for me. That on its own, it's a surprise, and it's something that we are getting there to know. Yeah, I can give birth, because you never know. After this round, it's a baby or what, because we slept with you so many times and then you don't get pregnant, and then boom, you say, baby, I'm pregnant. So it's not that easy for us. And then secondly, we grow up in a generation where there's a lot of stories about raising children that are not yours.
Yes.
As a man.
Yes.
I would say 80% of stories that we hear as men, are stories that are heartbroken. You're raising someone's child, and you find out at the age of 50s, where when you find out you get stroke. If you can check now, most of our fathers who are being diagnosed with stroke and other diseases, it's after finding out to say the child is not mine, and I can't do anything now. I can't even go through the divorce process because it's useless. I've raised the child. He's 30, she's 30. I'm at my 60s. I can't divorce.
Yeah.
I have to live with that.
And that kills you eventually.
And then I've been cheated my whole life. So it's difficult for us as men to believe such. And you can check on my comment. I wrote something to say most of the marriages could have been saved if we knew from day one that this baby is mine. Because most of the thing, I'll be in love with you, making you my wife, and then boom, you give me a first baby. You say I'm starting to change. It's not necessarily what I'm changing. There's a lot of things that going through my mind, but I can't share with you because it's embarrassing. If I share, the community will laugh at me to say, "What kind of man are you?"
Yeah.
It's stories within me that I can't, and it's embarrassing if I share with someone. But it makes sense when I'm thinking about it alone. So if I know from the first day that it's mine and it's been certified that it's mine,
you would still behave the same way.
We are such a beautiful soul. We do take care of people if we are certain and certified or assured. This is yours, my man.
So I have a cousin of mine who does not compromise no matter what. Yeah, now when he has a baby with you, you must go test that baby. No matter what, so even if the baby looks exactly like him.
Yeah, so the thing that destroy us as men is just that I tell you, okay, what's your name? Perseverance, okay. Yes. I'm thinking of doing DNA just because I'm having my own things that I'm thinking about. You get angry to say you don't trust me anymore. That's the first question that you'll ask me. You think I've been sleeping around? What? How do you take me for? So we're avoiding such, and to avoid such, it's kind of difficult because we never know what to expect from you women when we share sensitive things like this. You only enjoy a moment with us when we play happy family, we pretend as everything is fine. But when we share something sensitively,
we get offended.
So that's the thing. And if there's a law that can certify that to say when the child is born, we did DNA with both parents. You will see we'll have more happy families.
So my brother, basically what you're telling me now is that this is one of the reasons why when you break up, you feel like now I have the power to say I want that DNA because I have nothing to lose now. I'm not trying to maintain any peace now.
Yes, remember, when we're in love, there's a lot of things that I see, but I turn a blind eye on to say, no, it's fine. And sometimes you say you are going to your cousin's place for a weekend.
Oh, girls' weekend away.
I understand. You say it's fine, go have fun. But the moment we divorced, we broke up.
You remember
that's why I realized, even that day, she was going to see a man. She can't leave a man for the whole weekend just for a cousin. That's not real. Like, it's not normal. She's been cheating on me. And then even this baby, now I'll start to see the baby
looking like your
they will say the
friend
babies
there,
look like
like
me, and I
stereo
believe.
there.
But when that happened, I start to see the eyes of the baby. So no, this is not my eyes. This baby is not mine.
Yeah.
And then we end up. That's why there's only few fathers who have love for their children, and those fathers are the fathers who made peace with everything. When the child is born, they say it's mine with no doubt. They trusted you to that level, to that extent, and then.
Mina, let me tell you something, ne? Mina, my ex-husband's confidence in my kids, especially my son, when we were going through the whole divorce thing, he said to me, can I keep my son? Can we split the kids? Unfortunately, I can't do that, right? But the way he was so like my son is like a photocopy of his father. He's like, can we split the kids? Give me one child and take one child. Now I'm starting to think, Goro, maybe we must do a DNA test with the other one that he's not so confident with. Why did he want to keep the other one?
Yeah, and then most especially, I would say the firstborns, yes, we love them, ne? But the secondborn, that's where we get confident because we realize that you are trying to make up the mistake that you did at the first one. So you have given me one so that you will stay with me forever.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you,
there's a lot going on.
There's a lot of things that we are going through, and it's our own scenarios that we create in our mind, and those scenarios, at the end of the day, they are killing us.
Oh, my brother,
you
know what?
Good to us.
You just schooled me today. You schooled me. You like literally you put me in grade 1 class and you took me to school today.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you so much. Sterion.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, my brother. How are you doing?
Right. I'm doing exceptionally well, thanks. You know, Uguti is absolutely correct. I think one of the first things that.
Sorry about that. Somebody's baby is crying.
Hey, we need a DNA test today.
Is it you? Is it your baby who's crying?
No, it's not my baby.
Oh, I thought it was your baby. I wanted to ask if you did a DNA test or not.
So, you know, there's something that Uputi said that is absolutely true.
Yeah.
The first point is the vulnerability aspect of things. As men, we are taught from a young age that being vulnerable is a sign of weakness, number one. So, yes, women can express their emotions. I mean, they're very well good and equipped to articulate how they feel and what they think throughout the process of a relationship. Men, we literally hold these things within ourselves because obviously we assume society is going to be bashing us for these kind of things. Yeah. You know, having to be vulnerable. And obviously, even with a woman, as much as she wants a man to be open and connect with his emotions and articulate his feelings and his thoughts, but there's also the pressure of having to be this strong, level-headed, leader and ubaba womuzi. So having to ask questions like how, who were you with this weekend? Or as the last it then opens us to being attacked in a sense with the woman has got low self-esteem, all these kind of things that men usually get on a regular basis. So he would rather just keep it at ease, because why stir the pot if it smells good and it looks good? You know what I mean? So,
but that catches up if the relationship now has to end.
Absolutely. And I mean, now when we get to indabazaba arguments, there's things that are said during arguments that umuntu yazikhumbula sometimes.
Yeah.
You can get into an argument with your lady and the lady akhulume something because it's a heat of the moment and fine kusesemnandi in the relationship, but la seyiphela khona uyakhumbula ukuthi yazi lo muntu lona ke angitshela kahle kahle ngalomntana lona kusoba. And uthole she was saying that just deliberately just to spite you,
but
or to make you feel bad. But now that is now stuck in your mind. So even those thoughts start coming back. People forget the arguments that we have with our partners. Our arguments, we need to learn how to argue. We need to learn how to fight with our partners. There was somebody who was speaking, I think it was also you, there's no love in war.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
type of thing, you know. But when I think about it, I say, but we also need to be very, very careful how we fight.
Okay,
Because
for
these
me,
things
ne,
catch
for
up
me,
with
sorry
us.
to cut you there, my brother. For me, I feel like if we are still together, then that's not war. It can't be war, because me fighting with you, it's me fighting with myself. Because when you're not okay, I'm not okay, nobody benefits. But when things have reached an end and now we must fight, now I must bring the big guns now.
The gloves go off.
Yeah.
The gloves go off.
Yeah.
You know, so yes, it is a reality of the matter. And then the third thing as well is the influence, especially from family. I'm not even gonna speak about friends and all of these things. You know, you find situations whereby Umama Zala was just not feeling you as a woman. You know, and she had her reservations about you because she's a woman, so she'd be like, "Hey, no, yeah,
I don't like
she's for the
this one.
streets, you know."
Her bum bum is too big. This one, she's seen it all. She just doesn't like me. Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is my child. And so forth. So by the time the relationship ends, now they come back. And
Yeah.
honestly, they put the foot forward and say, "But I told you about this woman."
Yeah.
You know? You know, those are those things. Because sometimes umuntu uzokuthi, "Oh, yazi umntana lona, hayi ukuthi akafoni nawo, ufana notata omkhulu, wakatata omkhulu." And they don't even have a picture of that man. You know?
Yeah.
You know, but you know, it is the reality of the matter. Within separations, unfortunately, especially marital separations, and I'm not necessarily bashing women in any form or any way, but nowadays it has been proven statistically that there is less to gain for men to be married. And men usually get the short end of the stick in a situation of
they have more to lose
divorce.
when you have to get divorced.
Yes, and especially when they are children.
Exactly.
So sometimes there are men that are conscious, which don't know, but because of the repercussions of that divorce, we understand, especially financial. You know, he will play that card. He will play that card and say, no. You know, because he's realizing, hey, after this thing is settled, I'll be half the man that I was.
Yeah. You understand what I mean? To say that even if you get the DNA test done and it comes negative, that means it shrinks you even more. It affects you even more than when you didn't know that the child was not yours.
Absolutely. I really do think, you mentioned, when people get in relationships about honeymoon, they skip some of the most vital things that they need to be checking up on. You know, for example, isn't this fun my HIV status? For example. You fall in love, you get into the most wonderful and beautiful relationship you can ever possibly imagine. And then we understand what kind of a situation that is. So we can come and and this person has never disclosed these kind of things, or you've never went and tested. So it does actually go beyond just having to, you know, focus on, you know, abantuan. I think it's about having to meet with the person and having that accountability, 100% transparency, and following through with the process of wanting to engage in something meaningful with another human being. Let's not forget.
Very complex, just as complex as you are. That human being is also complex.
Absolutely. As in izinto, they're not easy to disclose. You know, they're not easy to disclose. And this guy has got children planted all over the show.
And he doesn't tell you. There's a story, my brother, sorry to cut you. There's a story that we did here when we're talking about maintenance. This stepmother, after divorce, had to be paying 18,000 towards stepkids that she thought that before they got married, everything was sorted, only to find the surprise of her life after she got married to this man.
It's a very sad thing. I mean, look, I work with these kind of cases on a day-to-day basis. And you'd find a woman who loses her husband. And upon losing her husband, she didn't even know existed. And I mean, she's working on her salary. And imagine, because they were married in community or property, and there's quite a lot of other things. I imagine that she has never met.
Guys, growing up is a trap, please. Yeah, when I'm growing up.
So I really do. I think as much as Tina abantu sithandana, but let's cover ourselves first.
Yeah.
Even down to the marital contract. Sisiyangena kumshado, teach, you know, what's mine is yours and what's yours is mine. Until we're not saying we're looking forward to a divorce, but
Yeah.
we need to understand the reality.
Life happens to the
love
living.
Fluctuates. Utando fluctuates. There's days where you wake up in the morning and ask yourself,
Yeah.
why am I with this man?
Yeah.
And there has to be more than just love that keeps you guys together.
Yeah.
You know?
No, we don't
So
know that.
we need
We
to-
learn late. We learn while we're already inside. We realize that while we're already in there, my brother. Unfortunately. So I feel like we need to have more of these conversations so that we can let those who are behind us learn, and also it's not too late for us to learn as well.
Absolutely. It's never too late for anybody to learn. But I really would encourage you, when you're getting into something meaningful with somebody, ensure with the transparency, number one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though no matter how embarrassing certain things are, you know, but let a woman know, hey man, me having to do what I'm doing. I'm putting in extra hours so I can get an extra 2 rand to spoil you and whatnot. This is not necessarily how I am, period. You know, and understand what the more serious the relationship gets, it's just about vision. What are we building together? Equal fees, abantwana come into the picture. So there's so many dynamics that eventually start changing. But the most important thing is for us to be able to tailor make